how important is the visit of Pope Francis to us Filipinos since we are the only Christian country in Asia? Tonight on The Words of Life with Father Francis Lucas, we focus on the Catholic Media Network's Project Hope. This heeds the call of Cardinal Tagle to practice compassion and mercy in preparation for the visit of Pope Francis in early January of 2015. Good evening, Father. Welcome to NewsLife.
Good evening, Robert, and all our viewers.
Father, can you share with us what Project Hope is all about? Is it a mission of mercy and compassion?
Yes, it is a mission of mercy and compassion because we know that November 8th is the anniversary. Actually, this is just a one-day affair, but we use the term hope because usually when there are disasters, people or victims are robbed of their self-confidence and hope for the future. In so doing, the whole day affair starts at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, we call it Health and Hope. You see, it's always with hope. And we will have a medical outreach from 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock. From 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, we'll be having a free meal for more than 1,000 people coming from different barangays. It's more than 1,000 actually. And in the afternoon, from 2 to 5, this is very interesting. It's called Fun for the Family, Fun-Filled Fun for the Family. It's still a way of healing for hope. Because when you have fun, you have hope and you heal people. So we'll have 3 types of booth. The first booth would be Feel Well booth. What does that comprise? We'll have free haircuts, and like a salon for free, and for having yourself fixed to become more beautiful. We'll even have some kind of massage. And another booth would be the Faith booth. Here we'll be giving lots of rosaries, some stories about Pope Francis, and also religious items for them to remind them of hope with God, because God is always merciful and compassionate to everybody. And after that, we'll also have the fun booth that we will be having a lot of games. And then what is very interesting is at 5 o'clock onwards, there'll be a minimum of about 5,000 candles lighted to pray for the survivors and also to pray for those who died because of the disaster.
Now, what compelled you to do a project such as this?
Well, first and foremost, the Catholic Media Network, which is one of the partners of our partnership would be the Archdiocese of Tacloban, of Palo, and then the Department of Tourism, and also the Bulig Isko. This is a youth group. Actually, they're the first to think about the lighting of candles. Since that is the importance of hope and mercy and compassion, we thought of this for the anniversary.
Now, Father, how important is this mission to ensure that Filipinos value its impact in caring for the poor and the needy? Actually,
there's always a bandwagon of doing good and doing bad. If you start initiating things that touches the heart of people, they deepen in their belief that we really need care and compassion, especially during disasters and even after disasters.
Now, what is the best way to be active and live a life of giving? Some people do what we see, like paying it forward, things like that. As you say, people start to join the bandwagon.
Yes, for doing good, but also for doing bad. So we'll just keep on doing good
to balance it out.
To balance it off, yeah. So what actually is the best inspiration to help yourself to learn how to give is actually to give. I often call that death to self, death to your selfishness. And it starts with little things, like saving money for people who need it more than you, like asking for forgiveness whenever you have an extravagant life that you really don't need, and also to refrain from extravagance in your life, because thinking of others who have less.
Now, Father, is this going to be a continuous project? We know a lot of our brothers and in those areas in Tacloban are still finding it hard to move on, especially now we're nearing Christmas. This is a time where it's sometimes a little bit depressing.
This actually all depends on how much support we get for November 8th. Because this was prepared quite fast. It was not a one-year plan. We just thought of it in preparation for the papal visit. The answer to that I can only answer that after the event on November 8th, if we get bearers of hope.
Now, Father, how can one be compassionate as best displayed by the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, which starts, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace?
I think first and foremost is to learn to forgive. It's so easy to say sorry, but it's much harder to say you're forgiven. So that's one. In order to have peace, we should learn how to forgive. And that is the best way for us to be witnesses of mercy and compassion of God.
And Father, final word from you?
If you want, just look at the Catholic Media Network or website. So my final word is, the hopes and joys, the griefs and anxiety of our generation should be shared with all of us. So keep God in your mind and in your hearts. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much, Father Francis Lucas, for the word of life you shared with our people. Thank you, Father.